Hello YouTube and welcome to Working Class Education. My name is Devin, your left-handed Polish factory worker. I just want to do a quick update on my lathe bench. My lathe is my most popular video, probably because of the G0602 Grizzly lathe being so popular in reviews. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about my organization and my drawers. But first off, a big shout out to my newest subscriber, Kylene. I hope I'm not butchering that. And also a shout out to Denny's Country Life. Go check out his channel. He was kind enough to subscribe to me, and I really like the interaction. It reminds me of the old days of YouTube. We don't have to have giant YouTube stars with millions of subscribers. You know, just about talking to each other, interests, interaction with the community and people. That's the way of the world now. And also a shout out to Brian Calhoun. If you see this, I'm really glad that my micrometer tips helped you out. Let me know if there's anything else I can clarify. I'm sure I could do a better job of teaching different things. That's my goal, is to try to make this stuff easy to digest and consume. But anyway, I did kind of a quick overview of my lathe. Now I want to talk a little bit more about my bench. I did talk about my bench before. I believe it's made out of exactly 18 8-foot 2x4s and one 4x8, I believe, sheet of 3/8" plywood wrapped around the outside. But then in addition to that, I'm not sure what these are, how much more material. I made a couple drawers. And as you can see, I'm a big fan of labeling. I cheat a little bit. I have a little CNC router that can engrave stuff, so I get to cheat, a little fancy. But I find that if you actually label things with type instead of handwritten, you actually use it a lot more. Anyway, and you might go, wow, this guy's really organized. I am not an organized person, but that is what has forced me to be an organized person. I have to be, or else things will go crazy. So anyway, let's start over here. I really like the action on these slides. I think I paid 25 or 50 bucks. 25 for each set, so 50 bucks for 2 drawers. And they're supposedly hold 100 pounds. They're ball bearing slides, and they're the fancy self-close, you know, just suck right in. They slide real easy. And I debated over and over how to do this. So taps, drills, reamers, lathe tools, and accessories. I want everything I need for this lathe right here, right now. So I took all my drills, or my metal drills. I should have painted these engravings and then sanded it off, but whatever. And I didn't go real crazy with organization. I just want to kind of throw them, you know, small, bigger, 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 whatever. And obviously I'm missing one. See, that's why I like this kind of system, because you can see when you're missing something. A lot of little Allen keys. You're going to need those for the lathe. Little drills. And what I did was just a simple, these are little plywood cutouts. Just little strips, and I spaced them apart just a little more than the thickness of this material. And I put a little wax on here and a little wax on here, and they slide real nice. And and I was debating how to maximize my space and how to use this. So you can see there's all kinds of, I think there's 1, 2, 3 layers, and then the bottom. So anyway, there's my drills on the top, and then a little short section. All these wrenches came with the lathe. I like these, and again, you know, all I did was kind of outline them. That way you can see when they're missing. So the next layer down is taps. I organized all my taps. These are just simple, regular spiral taps, whatnot. What else do I got? See, it's kind of hard when you're looking through it, but to use it, it's easy. All my reamers, I didn't label them. They're just, you know, small to big. Because I don't trust my labeling system. Always check with a, there's some more reamers. Always check with a caliper or something. And there's my center drills, some countersinks, and obviously it's always good to have a little pocket to throw stuff. Just, you know, miscellaneous, as long as it's not. And then I had this old set of really cheapos, but I like it, and there's tons of them. And if you break one, no big deal. Obviously, you see I've broken a bunch over the years. I've probably had this set for, I don't know, 10 plus years, and it's been degraded over the years, but I thought put it with all the rest of my drill stuff. That way all my drill stuff is in there. So that's drawer number 1 or 2. What's this one say? Oh yeah, and see, I was kind of lazy. I just did the same markings on both. Really, I shouldn't have. This drawer is not done. See, I need to do what I did over there, over here. This is kind of just a catch-all with other stuff, you know, chucks, centers, live centers, all that stuff. A lot of tool steel I've collected. Anyway, so yeah, this drawer has some, here you go, wax. That's actually from the old Sensi. Steal that from the wife. It works. Just put it on a little wood, makes the wood slide. But anyway, that's just a little update on my lathe organization. Like I said, I want to do over here what I did over here and make kind of trays and stuff to organize it a little better. It's a work in progress still. And excuse the mess, but this is the real world. And these I kind of keep up here because I can change them in and out. Little things up here. And my gears. I don't know if I've showed you this. This is all the change gears. I 3D printed this. So that way they're all right here. It's right here. It's out of the way. I can still get to all my knobs and it's not in the way. So anyway, and I like the way I set this up because if you put things, especially round stock, you can put them in these little grooves. They're not going to roll off. So anyway, I thought I'd update you a little bit. I still like the lathe. It does good work. My son's in high school. He's been learning a lot on the lathe. We're making a shaft for some electric car team project. I don't know. It was crazy. They wanted it to be steel. You can do steel. It's a lot harder. You got to go slow. And they want this diameter of the shaft in the middle to be turned down plus or minus half a tenth. That's 0.0005 plus or minus inches. And it's extremely difficult to hold that tolerance on here. I would say plus or minus 1 or 2 thou is reasonable to hit on this. Any more than that, you can do it. We did it. It was very difficult. You got to line up your centers really well. You know, you got to be very rigid. It is possible, but you really got to sneak up on it. Anyway, again, big shout out to everybody. I'm glad people are enjoying the channel. Leave down in the comments what you'd like to see, what's going on, what your thoughts are. I'll give a shout out to your channels and we'll cross-pollinate. All right, bye.